What's up everyone, Ryan Reynolds here. Today we are doing another episode of full self-driving, but this time we're using the brand new Model 3 Highland. I'm calling it the Highland because we found a piece in the car that actually has Highland written on it, so I'm calling it that. That's why, whatever. So we have hardware for brand new Model 3 and it still has the full self-driving license. So we're gonna take it for a ride and see what we think. Also, if you notice, I look a little different today. It's because I'm wearing Cuts clothing. We'll be talking more about this later. I actually look, I actually look nice for once. All right, so the reason I bought a Tesla in the first place was because I was a medical device sales rep and I was driving like 3,000 miles a month. I was going hospital to hospital, going to surgeries, restocking the hospitals with the plates and screws that I was selling, that my company sold and that the surgeons used. So today what we're going to do is do one of my old routes. I'm gonna go to Phoenix Children's Hospital, then St. Joe's, and then Scottsdale Osborne. And I'm gonna hit those three hospitals and see how the full self-driving does. So currently we're in average mode. There's chill, average, and assertive for full self-driving, and that's for like lane changes and all that stuff. So there's been a couple updates. Let's see here, software. Let's see what version we're on. So we're on version 12.3.6, which I think is the latest one as of today's like May 13th or something. So that's what we're running on. We have the visualization with hardware 4. So this is much better. You can see you go over here. Also, the new processors in these things are so much better. I have like a 2020 Model Y, so those of you with 2022 or newer, this is normal for you, but it is really nice. So we are gonna type in our destination. All right, so Phoenix Children's Hospital, boom, 19 minutes away. And then just tap the gas to drive. There's no shift stock. How do I even engage it without the shift stock? Double click here?
Double tap, or single tap, sorry.
All right, we're off. And away we go, and away we go. Going through IKEA parking lot, which, you know what I'll say, of all the corporate parking lots, which I like to frequent, IKEA, so no stop sign here, but it does say stop on the ground, and it's stopping. Some trees here. I can see that we're okay, but Elon's a little nervous. I will say, of all the corporate parking lots, Walmart, Costco, you know them. IKEA is probably the most civil. Nice, clean people here. Walmart's definitely the worst, and the tone is set by the parking lot, just trash everywhere. And Costco, I mean, the deals are hot, and people got to get in there and get their pizza and hot dogs. So I actually stopped eating hot dogs. I saw like a zoomed in thing on a hot dog. It's just like made of plastic. But anyways, other things to note on this Model 3 specifically. Build quality is excellent. No issues from the factory.
Right turning signal going left.
We went left, a little right turn. I like that. Suspension in these things is really well done. The one annoying thing about full self-driving is the fact that they do come to complete stops. It's almost like at the stop sign, because it technically has to, but off we go. So suspension is really well done in this thing. The sound in the cabin is good. Like, the improvement on the Model 3 is excellent. Once they roll those over to the Model Y, I will be excited. How scared are you about this hitting a curb?
I'm doing all right.
All right, good. I won't let it happen.
Trust your care for cars.
Yes. Now, if you're watching this with your wife, I do apologize, because your boy's looking good today, and that's because this video is brought to you by Cuts Clothing. This is their Buckingham bomber jacket. It's kind of nice. It's a light jacket, but it's dressy. And then underneath, I have one of their t-shirts on, which is cut really nicely. It has this like fitted cut toward the bottom here. Cuts off nicely at the arms, makes me feel like I go to the gym, because we know that I don't. And then you got the joggers here. Just like a nice casual look, which I really struggle with. I either have like a suit or I'm wearing jogging shorts and something like that. So this is like a really nice, we'll call it casual plus look. That's the Gjeebs looks. I love this stuff. It's quality and would be a great addition to your wardrobe. So visit cuts.com, use code Gjeebs at checkout to save 20% off Cuts. Thank you for sponsoring this video. I hear you talking in your sleep. Where's the curb? Oh, big curb here. All right, we gotta get ready. The acceleration is nice. See the benefit of full self-driving? With both hands I can adjust the mirror and the car is safely moving forward. It avoided that pothole. Did you see that? I don't know if it was on purpose.
Not sure.
I hear you talking in your sleep.
That's gonna be this car if it crashes.
Yeah. Well, that's actually what they do with electric cars. Once they're done, they take those, they crush them, and then they put the battery in the ocean. It's sprinkled all over the coral reef, all the lithium.
Really?
Yep.
That's That seems
No, that's what the comments say, though. And I believe everything in the comments. Little McCafe. I went light on the vanilla pumps this morning because, you know, I am a model. You know, for Cuts, I'm a Cuts model, and I got to represent the brand. All right, so merging onto the highway. We're going to touch the wheel a little bit. That blue came up saying, you know, wants you to pay attention. So far, satisfied. Here's what I think so far about full self-driving in the videos that I've done on it is it's great in these areas on highways and in big motions. It's annoying in parking lots and stuff. Like, it's like, let it get you to your location or within a few miles, and then from there, you take over and run it. You know, on roads like this, so let's say I'm doing my job, medical device sales. I don't know that I feel that I'd rather be in the HOV lane right now because we have the cloud plate, so we have HOV access 24 hours a day. But we're going along nicely here. I just can't say enough about how smooth this car rides. It's really smooth, working nicely, but we need to pick up the speed. All right, so there you go. Turn signal kicked on. We're gonna change lanes. Another thing about full self-driving, you can interact with it. So I just went to hit the turn signal. So if I put the turn signal on left lane here, it will go ahead and make that change for you. So you can kind of work with the AI. And remember, you say please and thank you to the AI at all times because we know they are taking over. So you have to be polite. Like we've all yelled at Siri. I don't think I've yelled at Siri, but the Apple navigation I've said awful things to. So the day of reckoning is coming for me. Speed it up again, go with the speed of traffic here. Keeping us perfectly centered in the lane, not holding anyone up behind us. So yeah, but this is kind of expected. The fact that can it take time off your hands, like could I be answering email while I'm working right now? No, you shouldn't be doing that, but it's nice to have this added layer of security while you're driving. It also takes a lot of stress off of you on road trips, like the fact if you're holding your arms up like this and having to be constantly alert, whereas if you can be more relaxed and sitting here kind of holding the wheel, I think that's the best way to use full self-driving until it becomes actual full self-driving. But I will say there's no one that is anywhere close to where Tesla is at right now. A lot of people say, oh, Mercedes will even advertise. We have the first level 4 autonomous driving. And then if you notice in the commercial, if you zoom in on the dash that they show, it shows 40 miles per hour. And that's because that only works up to 40 miles per hour. And they're like, this is great for highways in California. I'm like, what highway has a maximum speed of 40 miles per hour, especially in California? We're going through a construction zone right now, so some of this is unmapped road. Changing lanes here. Oh God, the suspension is really good. I hear you talking in your sleep. Car coming up on our right. Will it? So a little, now we're brake checking the people.
It wants to turn left.
It wants to turn left? Well, we're going down 47, and yeah, that wasn't good. I don't know what just happened there. So the car, little issue there. I don't know what just changed, but, you know, hit the brakes, took it down to 47 miles per hour while traffic's moving at 75. And again, I don't expect it to be perfect, but I do expect it to not make major mistakes. Again, we're on unmarked road here. This is the same, the 10 is being split, as you can see there. That's the Subaru we brake checked. Well, I didn't, but Tesla did, but it's my fault because I bought the car. Well, Andrew bought the car. So again, the lane lines are very clear here, so I guess it shouldn't be making any mistakes, and it's not. Very centered in the lanes, so the only bad part so far has been clunky in parking lots, and then for some reason the brake check back there, it wasn't abrupt, it was just the car was a little confused. Go Raffy, 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 whoa, shake that Raffy, Raffy, that Laffy Taffy. How about the husband and wife law team? What an advertisement that is. It's like you're looking, serious injury, wrongful death, call the husband and wife law team. We've got your back. You know, like what's the deal with that? A little bit of a merge here. We're going to be exiting the 10, choosing right fork to stay on route, it says. There's a piece of aluminum sticking straight up off the top of this truck. It's about to fall off and go into traffic, so that could potentially happen here. Hopefully it doesn't, or as you guys call it overseas, aluminium. I'm Matt Watson, and you're watching Car Wow. Car Wow.
You look like Matt Watson, except a little younger.
Wow. Is that what the comments say?
I think so.
You think so or you know so? I've seen a lot of comments. Look at that aluminum, my God. Is that a part of a ladder? All right, so we're going into the right lane here. Changing lanes to follow route. Use turn signal to cancel. Look at it. It looks like how my hair sits. Speed limit is 55 here, so you can see that the car adjusted to that. If you want to override and get a speeding ticket, you just scroll up on the wheel and now we can go 5 miles per hour over. I'm also curious, like, to those of you, let's say, like, there's a BMW, that's a 5 Series, but if that was a brand new 3 Series and the cars were equally equipped, but this had full self-driving, would that tip you over to be like, oh, I'm going to go with the Tesla that has this self-driving technology? Does it not matter to you? Kind of curious on that. I like it. I think it's cool. I like that it's $99 a month right now. I think that's a good price. They also brought the price of full self-driving down to $8,000 if you want to buy a perpetual license for it. So I think that's good as well. To me, that's still too much, but there's so many people that absolutely love it and that's worth it to them. It's just not for me. I just kind of review, you know, what I think about it. I also like when everyone's like, well, when full self-driving is solved, the world would be, it's like, I don't know if that's a problem we needed to solve. I feel like there's a few other ones. Okay. Little abrupt lane change there. And thank you for flying with Tesla Air. We've now arrived at Phoenix Children's Hospital. We hope you had a nice flight. Sorry for brake checking the guy behind you. We hope to get better next time. So it got us here. It's going to drop us off right in front of the building. So it'll be interesting now traversing through downtown Phoenix over to the next hospital that we don't need to go to anymore because I left corporate America and do YouTube full time. Thank God. We'll just have it bring us up. We should go see the girls at the front desk. They were always nice. I like them. There was a guy too. Sorry. Not all girls work front desk jobs. I know. It's not what I meant. All right, we're going to override here. The steering wheel on the new 3 is excellent. I just keep wanting to put it in park. I'm going to tap to park. End trip. Navigates. 6.9 miles. Press brake. Forward. And away we go. It's a new parking garage. The Thomas Garage East. What billionaire donated that? Wasn't me. I hear you talking in your sleep. I don't know why that's in my head, but that's the soundtrack of today's video. Dude sniffing the air like a dog. Car's peeking out. Should go here. Curb is close. Nice, nice. Get out of the hole nicely there. I'm y'all's substitute teacher, Mr. Garvey. I taught in the inner city for 20 years. So don't even think about trying to pull something. Now let's take roll. Ooh, E46 M3 convertible. Just a great driver's car. My goodness. So this is where I think full self-driving is great. Like, we have 20 minutes to go 7 miles and you're kind of in stop and go traffic and the car can just handle it for you while you can sit here and just go like this on the wheel. Be paying attention. I think it's ridiculous when the government will like come after the NHTSA or whatever it's called, will come after Tesla for like, oh, what do you do? It's like the driver has to be in full control of the vehicle. I do think the name full self-driving is maybe not great, but if they do ever fix it, you know, it'll be the appropriate name for it. What do you want them to call it? I think autopilot is a really good name. There he is, Alcock. At Alcock and Associates, we accept Alcock. How about these lawyers? What are they? Is it affordable divorce? I mean, that could help our viewers. It's free advertising for them. Affordable divorce. Divorce can be expensive. There's Gary's smoke shop over there. You can vape, glass, and cigars. This is very nice. You can have your morning coffee. You can FaceTime your mother. You haven't talked to her in 3 weeks. My friend Colby, he said that Long Wong's Wings has the best wings in Phoenix. Andrew and I went. We strongly disagree. We are corporate wings all the way, Buffalo Wild Wings. Because no matter where you go in the U.S., B-Dubs has you covered. Whether it's game day or golf day. That sign just says, be nice. I like that. The ADD in this video is on level 15 out of 3. It's insane. And I guess you could reduce that to 1/5, 5 ones. I mean, if I were to guess, so we were just talking about in the car here, the guy behind us was looking over at the ladies in the window. We were just talking here, it's like, if you work there, do you like fornication more than the average person, or is it just the job? Does it pay well? Is it the atmosphere? What do you like about Fascinations? No judgment. I just, I couldn't work there because I couldn't handle the conversations I'd have to have on a daily basis. Like, do you make this one in green? You're like, oh God, they're into aliens. All right, so interesting scenario here. No lane lines on this road, so it's still keeping us where the lane should be. It's visualizing lane lines, but there are none, so that's impressive, I'd say. Haters will say it's fake. Yeah, so still no lane lines, but it's keeping us perfectly where we need to be. Cars turning off, cars changing lanes. It's a little more right than it should be, but I can't blame it because there are no lane lines. The car is, yeah, I'm gonna take over here because these guys are spray painting and I don't want them to spray the side of the car. So it looked like it was trying to ease up in that left lane, which I think both lanes are open right now, but it's a little tight and they're spray painting, so I don't want to get paint on the car. And that's just another example of like having to be aware and take over for scenarios like that. So let's say you have full self-driving. Let's say they've solved it, but there's a guy on the side of the road there painting and you get paint on the side of your car. Like, how are they ever going to account for that? Also, it's kind of funny. So I usually use GoPros to film. The one back there already turned off from overheating. This DJI action camera the battery lasts way longer. The quality's pretty much just as good. I feel like the GoPro camera quality is slightly better, but this lasts way longer battery and better in heat. So I don't know what is up with GoPro. You'd think they've been doing it the longest, they'd have it figured out, but I don't know, their quality's gone downhill, kind of like BlackBerry. All right, so we have the full visualization screen up here. We're getting close to our destination. A little confusing here with how the exits work. You can see it shows the car decelerating in front of us, and there's 3 lanes that kind of merge in here, which is interesting. Yeah, everything about this car is better. So the windshield wiper fluid is this button on the steering wheel here. So it's right here. So if you press that, you can just see it. Just everything about the car is solid. Like, we're kind of braking here. We're going 28 and a 35, so it's slightly going into that lanes. And to those of you wondering about like medical device sales, I know a lot of people try to get into that industry. And the reason you try to get in is because you see you can make a lot of money doing it. I was working 7 days a week, trauma call, basically nonstop. I got to the point where I had a conversation with myself and said, okay, if I'm making $500,000 a year doing this, running around all the time, will that make me happier? And the answer was no. I just was so burnt out. All right, and it would take us right to the front of the hospital there. But my advice, if you're going into that, is if you're going to be on the trauma side of things, they generally look for people that are younger and just willing to go the extra length to do whatever, which at the time, like, I 100% was, but I saw a lot of people were divorced, never with their families, in that specific job that I was in. So I just kind of took it as like, I don't really care about the money. I'd rather go for YouTube full time and make that what I do. And now I'm very successful at running my YouTube channel, and I love what I do and get to actually do something I love. And I figured the worst thing that happens is I fail at YouTube, okay, and I just go back and get another job that I have plenty of sales experience in technology sales and medical device sales. I could easily go get a job and do that again. To me, it was absolutely worth leaving corporate America, and I'm doing well. So I'm happy I made that decision. I think you just, not that everyone needs to quit their job and follow their dreams, because working corporate jobs can make you very wealthy and give you the creative freedom to pursue YouTube or pursue something that you enjoy. Maybe you want to do, you want to paint, or you want to do pottery, or you want to have a car, I don't know, whatever your passion is, corporate America can give you the money to create a foundation to be able to do that. So I'm not someone who says everyone needs to leave corporate America. No, but it just wasn't for me. So yeah, that's my Tony Robbins speech for the day. So there's been minor improvements to the full self-driving. It's certainly getting better. I don't know, I enjoy it. I just don't think for $8 grand it's worth it. I think absolutely for the $99 a month, it's worth it if you're going on a long road trip, or someone even brought up if you're in an unfamiliar area, having the full self-driving, make sure you're in the right lane so you're not missing exits and things like that, can be very helpful. Also, remember to go to cuts.com. Code Gjeebs will save you 20% off your entire order. And I just did a video showing 2024 accessories for your Model 3 and Y. You can watch that right here if you just bought one. This is going to be a great video for you.
Listen here, punk. I need you to go to cutsclothing.com. I need you to find some clothes you like
and use code Gjeebs at checkout to save 20%. That's all.